Guys, let's take a look at this Gavko Thresher. Don't drop it, because it got released by the company Drop. Jeez, dad jokes, just so many. This is the Gavko designed Thresher that was released through Drop. I know you guys heard my bad dad joke at the beginning, but this is a knife that I remember quite well. I never got one, and I'll show you why, because it is almost one for one, handle-wise, almost one for one, a knife that I already own, which is the Ferrum Forge Gavko collaboration spinner. And I mean, you can definitely see the definite similarities here. I mean, handle-wise, they are almost identical. So this was a collaboration between Elliot and Mike Gavik, and this is just Mike's design released by Drop. Now, this is a really cool looking knife. I don't find it as useful or comfortable, to tell you the truth, as this one. And I think it's just handle dimensions are really similar. I think it's just the difference between an actual flipper tab and this cutout handle here. So it's kind of sharp, but this is a very interesting looking knife. It's got some really, really cool aesthetics going. Thumb studs only. Now, this is the first I've carried one. This is in first day in pockets, so we're not going to get a lot of in-depth. So this was done in S35VN and titanium. It's got a black PVD coating of some sorts, and it is almost a matte finish, which I kind of dig. I'm liking this. All titanium hardware, including thumb studs and pocket clip. You can tell backspacer by the anodizing. So they did a really good job color matching. It's hard to pick it up on camera, especially I have lights going two different directions. But in person, they match those colors really well. So let's go ahead and get some knives out for size comparison. So we'll try and pick some stuff we haven't seen in a little while, like the Artisan Cutlery Gavko Collab Great White. So as you can see, not a big difference in size. If you've seen this knife, don't worry, we'll have some comparisons that everyone can reference and understand. First of which being the next knife, which is the Kaiser Grazioso, which is another fairly large folder, narrow handle, but you can see their size comparison wise, not a lot in pocket. And our last one is one that everyone should know. It is the Chris Reeves Sebenza. So the Chris Reeves Sebenza, pretty similar in size, to tell you the truth. This is kind of deceiving as to how big this knife actually is, because it's got this curve to it. So let's go ahead and get all this out of the way and just talk about the knife a little bit.
Guys, I hate to interrupt the video because I know we're having fun, but I do have to do the YouTuber thing and remind you that this channel is self-sponsored with all the affiliate links and stuff you see down below. Anything from knives, tools, EDC gear, and Blade HQ, anything, all the Amazon links, they all support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Now let's go back to the knives.
So I thought it would be fun to just have a couple knives that we hadn't seen in a little while. So this is, like I said, full titanium S35VN thumb stud opener only. There is no reverse flick on this, but it is double thumb studs. Nice, semi-sculpted, it's a milled clip, but it's done in a wire clip fashion. Frame lock, which is done really well. The lockup on it is pretty good. Steel lock bar insert with a big detent ball. Action on this is really good. You can hear the detent snap in. Action flies open nicely. Lock bar cutout is on the outside, and I hate to say it, but with this pocket clip being right over this area right here, it does catch a little bit on pocket material. I don't like the idea of the pocket clip being on something like that where it's going to cause a hiccup, and it kind of allows that material to drop in here. It is fairly scalloped, but then this cutout right here catches material again. It could be one of those ones that's going to tear up pockets. We'll see how it does over the next few days of carry. In hand, It's got a nice curvature to it, but with the blade being so swept, it feels like you're kind of behind. Like, it just doesn't feel like you've got a lot of cutting potential. It does cut really well, but I find that it cuts better when I'm up here like this and I'm using it like this as opposed to the full grip. No forward finger choil, but you do have a nice sharpening choil on an S35 VN blade. The blade stock thickness is not too thick, and the behind the edge thickness, I imagine when we get around to it, we actually measure it, we're going to look at somewhere around 0.03-ish. That's what it kind of feels like as I come down on it. Not outside of the realm of what still cuts well, but not near as slicey as some of the knives that are coming in way under that. Beautiful, beautiful lines on this knife. I do like these scalloped out areas here on the handle. They actually feel pretty good in hand. The only problem I have is, like I said, that just does not feel anywhere near as comfortable as the spinner does with its flipper tab. I don't know if it's because it's bifurcated, which means it's cut in half here and it just kind of drops in, or what, but it just doesn't feel as comfortable. It could have something to do with this little lip here. But striking knife, overall pocket clip tension is just about perfect. Let's listen to it in and out of pocket. I was complaining about it catching material, but can you hear it? There's almost like a double, you hear that click? Like I'll try and get a video of it when we do the full review, but it definitely does catch on pants pockets as it's in and out on these little lips. Backspacer is done in titanium and it's all scalloped out to match the pattern of the knife. Overall, really attractive package. Like I said, I just wish that with this blade it had a little bit. This is one of those knives that would definitely do well from canting the blade down, you know, just kind of changing that line ever so slightly so that the blade is a little down swept or pointing down because it sweeps up so high. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this because it has that style blade shape. Drop did all of these with We Knife Company, so you're looking at anything that you're seeing. This is We Knife Company construction, so your milling and everything's going to be really good. S35V and heat treat's probably going to be spot on. We'll see how that edge holds up. Like I said, really clean looking knife. The grind, everything on this is really well softened and everything like that. Nice and clean. I like the PVD coated blade being a little bit dark. That could be DLC, but I would bet that if I looked it up, that is just a stone washed PVD coating. The logo, the old Mastrop logo is gone. This is their new one, just drop with the D. So, you know, they're just putting their D all over everybody's knives. But like I was saying, the thumb studs are ample. They're big. So if you have a problem with thumb studs, typically, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this one because they are beefy, beefy thumb studs. And I like them. I don't think that they would get in the way of sharpening. They're pretty far back. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have any issues with that. I think you would be getting into this before you got into the thumb studs. But they are nice. They got just that plain knurling on them, nice and smooth up there. So they're pretty clean. Everything about this is really good. No lanyard hole, which I'm happy to say because I don't like when lanyard holes ugly up the knife. And you've got, like I said, 3/4 backspacer, almost a full backspacer. So if you're somebody like me that carries a lot of stuff in your pockets, you don't really have to worry about your knife getting too dinged up and, you know, keys and stuff getting in and hitting the blade on your knife, which can be a thing. Detent on it is not horribly stiff. Like if you want to slow roll this, you can. I was just noticing that you can flick it. You can thumb flick it off of the studs, but if you happen to want to do just a slow roll, you absolutely can do that too. And then lock up on it just at about 25%, nice and tight. There is no blade play. All the knives that Mastrop and Drop did with We Knife Company, they all came out really well, including the Ferrum Forge stuff that they did, like the Gent and all those. They came out great. So just another really good knife from Drop, getting some of these makers to release some of their designs production style in a form that was accessible to everyone. So I don't know if these are still available. You can always look and see. I know that Drop is still around. I know that they still offer some stuff. They have definitely kind of fallen back away from doing some of the EDC gear stuff, but this is one that is really nice. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to kick the tripod, but yeah, there you go, guys. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts.
That's it on this one, guys. The Gavko Thresher released by Massdrop. And I think there was a couple versions of this same knife done by different companies at the same time. So yeah, guys, a lot of fun. Just not a knife I think would be for me. I just don't feel the functionality of this one. Guys, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, because you will not get notified of the videos that go up 7 days a week, and the live feeds and the shorts and everything. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So if you want to support the channel financially, however, there's a handful of ways you can do it. I believe I did the intermission. This channel is self-sponsored. I have a bunch of affiliate links down below, from knives, tools, gear, different companies, VPN, coffee, all kinds of stuff. Anything you purchase with any of those affiliate links, I get a little bit of it at checkout, and you guys support the channel directly, and it doesn't cost you anything. Other ways you can do it, I have got a membership down below. It's tier-based. Pick a tier that gets you want, but remember, everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service. Everyone gets access to my gilded server. Premium and baseline tier members get access and are automatically entered into a giveaway that I do on the gilded server. And if you're a premium tier member, you have access to a sharpening tutorial series I've built. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co, where you can pick up my shirts with my logo in. But I've set up a coupon code that will work at any one of the vendors on Ember Shirt Co. That coupon code is CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp, all one word, saves you 10% at checkout. And if you send me pictures of you wearing my merchandise, I will put them in a video. Guys, I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you next time.